Thursday, November 26th in the United States and Canada. Michael Bublé is posting through it, and this is What Chaos from the Sports Interaction Studio in Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Dave Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn, and across the room is our favorite turkey, Sean DePaz. Hi, Sean.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble. I feel like half of the show is us talking about this new setup, so let's indulge ourselves. It is, after all, a day till U.S. Thanksgiving, and that's when we indulge. I feel that with Sean being right there, I feel that the first thing that's said always has to be about Sean, which is not, I don't have a problem with that.
No.
But like, it definitely feels like, welcome to the show. What's your fucking problem? Whereas you are just like, before, it was like, all right, we're here. We got a little party going on. We got Sean DePaz in the mix. And now it's...
I did just say not long ago that I feel like we're in a really good groove of grabbing onto a conversation right off the top of the episode. And maybe it's just constantly because something is said about Sean, and either Sean delivers a great reply or gets defensive or just...
I feel like half the time I'm just like, I don't know what to do with that.
And somehow it leads to an awesome conversation. So here we are.
Are we celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Sean threatening to shut the shit down? Or was that 2 years ago? I feel like it had to have been a banked up where we were taping something.
I think it was around this exact time of year. I think it was the pre-Thanksgiving episode because we always tape this one.
Well, why are you confident that it was taped? Because I feel like I could shut
because it was the second episode that we did that day, and you were like on the edge.
Oh yeah,
you're like, this is the second episode we've done today. I can shut this shit down whenever I want
that
to.
Does sound right. I don't remember what it would have been about though. But I mean, hey, it still stands. I can shut this shit down too.
That's what you stay. That's the thing. But I feel that you are okay shutting it down if we're taping something. But for as much as this will ruin the mystique behind Sean DePaz lore, I do not think would upset hundreds of live viewers.
No.
I don't think you would want to like waste their time like that.
No, I only think I would shut it down in a case in which the whatnots were behind me. Like, I feel like if I can't, because I can't even think of the context in which I said it the first time, but if y'all were on some like real bullshit, that even the chat agreed with some bullshit, then I feel like they would support me shutting it down 40 minutes into the show.
Well, don't go there because every day the chat thinks that we're on bullshit or they're complaining about something that we're doing.
Fair enough.
And we need you to be on our side for that because, I mean, you could win them over every single show. Pete said a thing about toaster strudels people don't like. Bam. Show's over. What the fuck did I do? What do you say fuck me for?
I mean, if the chat had the power to end the show, it would be very funny to see when the show was ended every day.
Oh, man.
I mean, I guess we can find that out, which is go to YouTube. It tells you when people stop watching your videos, and it'll be like, your viewers watch 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's more than they watch most videos that are out there on YouTube. And we're like, but our videos are 2 hours long. So a lot of the videos are under that time, so it makes sense. But no. We're putting out 2-hour vids, but we're happy to be here. We are, as we have acknowledged, taping this one. We're taping it on Tuesday night, just before the big game between Dallas and Edmonton. But based on the fact that no one's playing tonight other than those two teams, Tuesday other than those two teams, we can do a lot of still current talk, which is very good. So, Pete, tell the folks what's on the show.
Today on the show, we are going to talk about 99 solutions because you never bring a problem to the table without a proposed and accompanying solution. It's a way to be productive. We are going to discuss one day until U.S. Thanksgiving. That is tomorrow.
Do you know what the 99 solutions is referencing?
Yes, it is referencing the Dallas Stars jersey, which is not an alternate jersey. It is officially dubbed the 99 jersey?
So it is an alternate jersey, but it is called the 99 jersey. Okay. If it's not their third jersey, they said like it's the 99 jersey, which is our alternate or whatever.
I'm going to save my thoughts on the name thing until we actually get into that discussion.
Is it a reference to
musician Jay-Z?
I was thinking
he has a song called
Red Balloons or whatever.
99 Luftballons.
Luftballons, yes.
Great song. There should be more balloon type uniforms out there. No,
Black Balloon. That is the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes, 99 solutions, because we often talk about the branding problems of the Dallas Stars. So we're going to get into, is this 99 jersey a solution? Is it a step forward? We're going to ask those kinds of questions if you understand what we're saying.
Mm-hmm. And then Chef Reactions is going to join the show. he of Detroit Red Wings fandom, but massive superstardom on the socials. We talked about he has over 2 million Instagram followers, an undisclosed number, I assume extremely high, of TikTok followers, but super cool move. He has over 250,000 Twitter followers with a private account. Awesome move.
Craig Button behavior.
If you don't know Chef Reactions, he's the guy on Instagram who does the stitches with, he's a chef who reacts to other people's cooking videos, and they're often very, very funny, very entertaining.
I don't know where he finds them, and he seems like, I meant to bring this up with him. We had a very long, great conversation with him, and it probably came off as very ass-kissy, so I didn't say it, but I want to shout out, it doesn't seem like he has sold out or has cashed in at every single. I'm sure there are so many brands who want him to do stuff, and he keeps his vibe very, very cool. But I would imagine he needs to have like a full-time employee. I know I can tell that he doesn't just by the way he carries himself, but like I bet someone like that should have a full-time employee who is finding the craziest cooking videos.
I mean, I don't think that
he get those.
I think that at this point somebody sends it to him.
I
Like those are probably all crowdsourced now.
Damn.
People come across those and they're like, I gotta see Chef Reactions react to this.
3.7 million on TikTok.
Damn,
man.
And we have ever had a
there.
more.
Huh?
Have we ever had a more popular person on the show? Like in terms of social
not in
following?
terms of numbers.
Yeah, obviously, like we've had big people on the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know who would even compare.
I don't know, but I think everybody's
Jupiter,
gonna love
maybe?
it. He's the best dude. Awesome dude. We all came away being like just want to hang out with him.
We'll be hanging out with him.
Yeah.
We made plans, and then Pete.
Finally, we've got an excitement update. If you recall, before the season started, we did excitement rankings. And with it being U.S. Thanksgiving and that being such an important poll point of the NHL season, it's a very good opportunity for us to revisit those excitement rankings and maybe look at where we got things right, got things wrong, how we might adjust on the fly. Very excited to see, because I don't recall exactly what those looked like. So I'm excited to see what they look like.
I remember one team in particular that I had a feeling we were going to be too low on, and we came in way too low.
Ducks.
And
the Ducks.
there's going to be one team that you have to give a score to.
Oh, because we
true.
just forgot to do the mammoth.
I didn't forget. We outsourced.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. We gave it to somebody else.
We covered up our negligence in a very creative fashion.
Okay, let's begin with the Dallas Stars, though, because the Stars have revealed their 99 alternate jersey. That came out on Tuesday, and here it is. Ooh, very nice. It is a black jersey that features the star stuff of like the 90s that you enjoy. We've got a Mike Modano jersey somewhere here that has that kind of thing going on. And really, Sean, if you could put them side by side, the best way to describe it, if you are listening on audio, which I guess you don't need to see the picture if you're listening on audio, but it is essentially a better version of the reverse retro 2.0 jersey they had, which was the black jersey and then just normal stripes. This, I don't know if it's just different light or whatever. The green seems better in the new one, and it just all seems to be a more cohesive, enjoyable, aesthetically pleasing jersey, which is not something we always say about Stars jerseys.
Definitely not. This is a shocking jersey to me because I'm the person who stands on the hill of please stop doing black alternate jerseys, every team, and also the Dallas Stars cannot do branding right. So the fact that both of these go against my firmly held beliefs, and I think that this jersey is amazing. And yeah, the best way to describe it is a fully fleshed out, thoughtful reimagination of that reverse retro jersey and of the 99 jersey. Like that reverse retro jersey looks so fucking lame and lazy when pictured right next to that jersey.
Yes.
And you talked about the green. I think a big part of it is that the green is allowed to breathe on the new jersey. Like it has definitely, it doesn't even feel like an accent. It feels like a significant portion of the jersey just as much as the black does. And I love the silver being included. I don't miss the gold, honestly. I just think that this jersey looks so fucking good. And if the Stars wanted to do a white version of this and then even a Kelly green, like inverse the colors of the black and the green. Yeah. That is an incredible 3 uniform set, and they should absolutely do it.
That's my biggest takeaway from this, which is this has told us what would be a legitimately good Dallas Stars jersey, and it's doing their current color scheme, which is not the green that they used in the late 90s, but instead that kind of Kelly green situation they've got right now. I don't think the colors are wrong for this team. I think it's the jerseys. So if you exactly, Pete, just did an inverse of that, which they did a white version of it in 2021 with the reverse retro. And that was okay, but not exactly what we're looking for right here. And do like a green-based version of that. And you've basically just updated those like 1997 through 2000 whatever jerseys, and you're good.
Yeah, I gotta say, unbelievable job by Dallas, but a pretty terrible job on the rollout, I would say, because they spoiled their own release. They leaked it accidentally and then had to rush the release yesterday.
Okay, so I said wrong. I thought you were going. I agree.
There's another part of why they kind of, I would say. Do you think I don't think they blew it. I don't think they chunked it. I would just say part of the release is very funny and very goofy. So, go
Sean,
ahead.
can you give us some pictures of people modeling it? Let's start with, give me Brett Hull. Awesome.
I mean,
what's wrong with it?
In fairness, for those listening on audio, it's just a horrible picture of Brett Hull with awful lighting, shadows everywhere. He looks confused. He might be drunk. He usually is. And this is a horrible image, but I believe that it is a screen cap from a reveal video, so it's a little unfair. Go ahead to the actual photos taken of some players, please. Your choice, Sean. So here's Jamie Benn with a head that is way too fucking big for his body.
It's as though, I don't know if it's that the head is too big. I think it looks like
I'm throwing the thumbnail back up just so we can get a close up on his head.
Oh, the head looks ridiculous.
It looks like he has, but you could see the side of his head, so you could see that there is hair. I would have guessed that there was a mohawk under there and that he was just lightly balancing the helmet on there. What's going on under there?
Well, I mean, famously, Jamie Benn has been accused of having a gelmet, which is just a helmet of hair full of gel. Not beating the allegations with that picture, I'll say.
And then you've also got the picture of Jake Ottinger, which
so funny to me.
As Sean put it, it's got some 2 kids in a trench coat type situation.
Big. I mean, it's just because the way he's tucked into his shoulder pads, he looks like a little turtley.
You can't take pictures of goaltenders sitting down.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime they show a goaltender sitting on the bench, looks goofy, looks silly.
Or they have to have their mask on.
Especially they're shooting him up.
Right.
So even if there was some neck, you weren't going to be able to see it.
And he's naturally kind of boyish. Not no offense.
Sean,
Sean says he's not a man.
Do you have what I made you, Sean?
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Pretty good.
That's what you want. You want to just push his head a little further down.
You're not a video game guy, but it reminds me of Fallout, where they get into those mech suits.
Oh yes,
and that's what that looks like to me.
Yeah, it's a little Buzz Lightyear-ish.
Yeah.
All in all, better than the Dallas Stars usually do. Good job.
Yeah.
Finish the job, but good job.
Finish the job in what way?
Do the green one.
Okay.
And then make that your home jersey.
Correct. Yeah.
Get rid of their current D logo.
We're well past the need for what they wear now.
Yes.
I feel like we need to point out that they did this on the collar, the 3OT 1999.
Sean, give us a jersey explainer, please.
I mean, this actually is it. The inside collar features 3OT 1999, paying tribute to the triple overtime victory that secured the 99 Stanley Cup. Not going to ask questions about how they managed to win those games. Not important, apparently.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about whether or not they cheated on en route to that Stanley Cup. Nobody cares if they robbed the Buffalo Sabres from the city's only major professional sports championship. Nobody cares. Stop asking about it and stop tagging me in tweets about it.
Can we go back to the picture of Brett Hull just to check something? Not the crease.
No, they
Not
didn't
in the
even.
crease.
They weren't even going to risk painting a crease on that ice. There's not one even in the picture.
Would have been hilarious.
That would have been very, very funny. Spike the football just a little
And
bit.
they aren't. They have the opportunity and are choosing not to wear these jerseys on New Year's Eve when they host the Buffalo Sabres. And if it is purposeful in the sense that they are trying not to dunk on the Buffalo Sabres, the Dallas Stars are an organization full of cowards, respectfully.
I do wonder
but also
about
thank
that.
you for protecting my heart.
I do wonder about that because is it like a little bit of a pity release?
Or is it like one of those things where it's like we don't want to bring this up because if we bring it up, then we have to have conversations that we don't want to have.
Part of it too reminds me though of like the Ridley Gregg thing when we talked about the Senators making the Ridley Gregg slapshot bobblehead like a year and a half too late, but then not doing that giveaway against the Maple Leafs. Feels a little bit cowardly, feels like a little bit like they once again could have spiked the football. I think you should do it.
I think you should, but I also think there's a chance the NHL, as the league, is like, don't do that. Because I think it was
guess.
the NHL.
What are they going to do?
NBA?
Like retroactively take away that Stanley Cup and reopen the cold case?
But like
Reggie Busham?
I forget. Hey, they will give it back
Reggie
themselves.
Bush was innocent.
They'll give it back themselves like Reggie did. I know at one point in a league, one of the big four, there was a memo sent out basically being like, you need to stop being mean to each other on social media. Like the dunking on each other on social had gone a little bit too far, and they viewed it not good for the brand or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if it was the NHL, so I don't necessarily want to put them on that. But I do think there is a world in which the NHL is like, maybe we don't ruffle those feathers. Maybe we don't have to have that conversation right now.
Gamesmanship in my book.
Stupid behavior. Do you have the animation, Sean? Because there is one day until U.S. Thanksgiving. Look at
that gun is brandished.
I was gonna say look at our guy, but that could be a gal.
Mm-hmm.
Can it? I don't think it can.
What's the difference?
I don't think turkeys can have I don't think female turkeys have the gobble and the big feathers.
Are those? Is that their droopy ball sack?
I think it might be.
That's where the pee goes.
Yeah,
that's where they store the pee. I'm gonna look up.
Let's find that out.
Female turkey does not seem to have the droopy ball sack.
Okay.
That is correct.
Yeah. Look at me knowing birds.
Apologies to that man.
It is a man. It is a man.
Sorry to that man, Turkey. Okay, we do not have... So U.S. Thanksgiving obviously is very important because U.S. Thanksgiving is the cutoff for making the playoffs. If you are not in playoff position on U.S. Thanksgiving, it means you don't make the playoffs. You can if you are in the playoffs, you get to keep playing, and even if you're not, you keep playing and everything, but like, what are you doing? You're not going to make the playoffs. Like...
busy work.
You know, it's just...
this is why we need the PWHL tank rules.
Exactly.
All the teams that get eliminated from the playoffs on U.S. Thanksgiving, now they're playing for draft position.
Okay,
right.
Well, Sean has sorted the standings by points percentage. It does not have the updated Stars or Oilers points percentage. However, we're very confident that with Tuesday's games and Wednesday's, the Tuesday's game and then all the other games that are being played on Wednesday, the Oilers are not going to get in playoff position over the next 2 days.
There is, as you discussed, there's a game Tuesday night after which this is being recorded. The results of the Stars-Oilers game cannot affect the positioning of the standings. So even if we were doing this live on Wednesday, it'd be the same.
Okay, give us the standings for 1 day until U.S. Thanksgiving. In the Atlantic, you got Lightning, Senators, Red Wings 1, 2, 3, Metro, Hurricanes, Devils, Islanders 1, 2, 3, Wild Card, Penguins, Canadians, just like everyone thought. Central, the most lukewarm team in hockey, the Colorado Avalanche, leading the way. Then you got the Dallas Stars, the Minnesota Wild, welcome back into the playoffs. You've got the Ducks leading the Pacific, of course, the Kraken, the Kings, and the wild card is the Vegas Golden Knights and Utah Mammoth. I am most shocked to see that with what's been going on with Utah the last few weeks, that Utah is still a wild card team. I don't know how that happens, but that's not for us to answer. That's the hockey gods.
Been paying attention all year long and like still can't believe the Kraken.
Yeah, dude, they've been up there the entire time.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've been around, and I'm still
doesn't make
shocked.
it less confusing.
Been standing there the whole time. I didn't notice him. So that one is stunning. I think the other notable stunning one based off of preseason expectations, I'd say.
Penguins, of course.
Penguins, but also the Islanders.
Yeah.
Both of those being there, crazy.
Yeah, Islanders, even if they weren't that bad last year, which we kept saying, we were like, they weren't a horrible team last year. They were a mediocre team, and they happened to win the first overall pick. They still traded Noah Dobson. It was pumping in goals like crazy over the weekend. And then, Penguins still a surprise. I'll note the Flyers can get in by winning tonight on the road against the Panthers. So
depending
on what happens with everybody else, but like the Flyers are up there.
There's a 3-way tie at 595 points percentage. It's just that they lose out on the regulation wins tiebreaker.
Gotcha. And then for the Western Conference, Winnipeg, Chicago, San Jose are, we'll say, pushing the Mammoth for the second wild card spot. Would you say that's fair, Sean?
Yeah, I really want the Sharks in there. But yeah, those are like the three. Those are the three right before the Oilers.
Okay, so very important. Keep an eye on this. I'll lastly note, or I guess I'll note the teams that are out. It would look like the Panthers, Oilers, who else, as far as big dogs go, are out. And Jets have no chance of making the playoffs.
Leafs and Bruins wouldn't make it right now.
Leafs not making the playoffs would the Leafs are actually ass right now.
Capitals and Rangers.
I said this off the show. We talked about Kiefer Sherwood on Tuesday's episode. Leafs, trade for Kiefer Sherwood. Make that your guy.
With an extension?
Yeah.
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 Can we
sign him?
Talk about how...
Please don't, though.
Yeah, I have no
It would kill me inside.
The Ducks' reward for taking this massive leap is a first-round matchup against the Vegas Golden Knights. If the playoffs were to start today.
Not amazing.
Don't think that goes very well for the Anaheim Ducks, respectfully.
The Blues are 435 in points percentage a day before Thanksgiving. I checked. Thanksgiving of 2018, they were 425.
Damn.
I love that we have to do this every year, basically.
Yeah.
Like, especially unless they're good in the beginning, then it doesn't really matter. But like, if they suck,
don't forget.
That's the best thing that can happen to the Blues is them sucking in the first half of the year.
Don't forget, they were worse one time, and they won the Stanley Cup.
And there's a good chance that they might have a new goaltender mid-season because they could trade the guy who
Stuart Skinner
dragged them.
Nick Kyprios.
Yeah, they could have a new goaltender, and that worked for them last time when they were in that realm.
Kyprios was cooking up
I believe it. You don't even have to go any further.
Was cooking up a Skinner for Binnington and Parayko deal. Who says no other than Central Registry?
Yeah, what?
He didn't say Parayko, but he said like Binnington makes sense for the Oilers, but they would also want a defenseman, and it would stand to reason that Stu Skinner would go the other way in the deal. Which, first of all, I'm not trying to shit on this speculation because it was speculation, but if you get Binnington, you're pairing him with Stu. You're not just giving Binnington the keys if you're a team that's a goalie away.
Yeah, I that's the bones of that is so incomplete / ridiculous.
And it's like that $13 million going out for the Blues, $3 million coming in for the Blues.
Doesn't make sense in a bunch of different directions.
So we'll keep an eye on it because it does sound very fun and entertaining. As for the excitement scores before the season, you remember in our fun preview, we did excitement scores. Pete and I, Sean, were you in on the calculation there or you just did the numbers?
I was just the mathematician. I
just ran the numbers. Hey, someone had to. Very good job, my friend. And these were the excitement scores that we assigned to every team. And I'm not going to read them all, so really make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube. But we had the most exciting team being the Oilers with a 9.8. We forgot to do the Mammoth.
It's funny. I don't think we ever admitted that. I don't think we ever said that publicly.
Yeah, we just pretended it didn't happen.
We outsourced.
What happened was
it took so much effort to do that video.
What happened was, to explain why we forgot about the Mammoth, we never forget about the Mammoth because we're Mammoth heads. Tusks up. We probably just took a list of the NHL teams and the Mammoth hadn't been invented yet. So that was not on the list.
That's exact. In fact, I'm remembering vividly the day you and I were sitting at Mighty Squirrel and we copied and pasted them into a doc, and that's our editorial system. Just one of us does it. The other person is sitting there. It said,
running a real tight ship over here.
Exactly.
Shout out Gangrene Ute fan, though.
Saved our ass.
Yeah, so our guy saved our ass. Absolutely love him. Looking at some of these excitement scores, though, the one that jumps out the most is we had the Ducks as the 18th most exciting team in the NHL. We blew it.
No, I blew it.
I was gonna say
it.
if he didn't, I was going to, because I have, not on the graphic, but I do have the breakdown of the individual scores. Yes.
What DJ? I remember DJ's being really high, and I remember me being kind of lukewarm on the Ducks to start the season.
Yes, a little bit of respect. Pete, it was DJ gave him a 7.1. Pete gave him a 6.5. So it wasn't that crazy. It wasn't that crazy.
Not as sizable a gap as I would have guessed.
And we definitely both blew it.
Yeah,
but also I think respectably we blew it.
Yeah.
Yes. We didn't disrespect the Ducks. We just were unfamiliar with how good their game would be this season. And I don't think that many people expected the Ducks. Like if we're redoing this now, the Ducks are number 1 or 2.
Yeah. Some other ones on which we were wrong. I don't want to say we were too excited about this team because we love all your teams very much. I'll admit maybe we were a little too high on the Capitals with how exciting they were last year. I think we maybe should have foresaw the regression. The Canucks at 8.0. I don't know if that's wrong.
That one might be one of the most sizable gaps we have.
They're exciting derogatory, but I think I was not excited.
No, you were not. You gave them a 7.1. Pete gave them an 8.8.
Yeah. So that one's probably on me, but in my defense, last season, even when the Canucks were bad, they were bad in a pretty fascinating way. And again, they're getting blown up this season. So that's fascinating to watch. Doesn't have to be good excitement. It can be bad excitement. That's part of the reason why the Sabres are so high. It's part of the reason why the Oilers are so high. We absolutely overshot our wad when it came to the Edmonton Oilers. They have not been the best show on TV. We have given them 9.8.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I was going to say, I still watch them every time they're on, but I watch every Oilers game. They're not the most exciting team in the league for sure, especially when like the Canucks are exciting derogatory. The Oilers can't be that exciting derogatory in the first 2 months of the season because, as Shayna Goldman has pointed out, it's just like the exact same story. We've seen it. At some point this season, yes, they will be the most exciting team in the league because they'll be doing cool shit. But for now, that's too high. Panthers, too high. I consider the Panthers, again, like I watch all of these teams when they're on, so I don't know how to say like they're not that exciting, but I'll watch every single one of their games. But I just know the Panthers haven't been the third most exciting team in the NHL this season. Canadians, I think we were right to have them top 5. Avalanche, we were right to have them high. I think the Leafs are getting themselves into a little position where it's like it's such a mess that kind of like Oilers, like wake up the average fan when it's getting good.
I mean, the Leafs are so bad and so uninteresting that score looks absurd right now.
Way too low also on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yep.
Blackhawks, we had 6.6. I would put them at 8.0. They're an automatic watch. Sharks, definitely too low. Mm-hmm. We've done more Shark-specific segments this season than we've done on any team. And other than that, like, Bruins more exciting than 5.6.
Yep. I would say we got the Calgary Flames right.
Yes, we nailed that one.
Yeah.
But then the 3 above that just couldn't have been bigger misses.
No, I kind of disagree.
I still think the Penguins are boring.
I was going to say, I think all 3 of those teams are boring still.
Like, respect. Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
I think the Islanders I would give a lot more credit to because watching Matthew Schaefer is very fun. But like Kraken and Penguins, for the respectable seasons that they're having so far, not really that much entertainment value.
Yeah.
Well, one way to make your sports viewing experience even more entertaining is with Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, how to introduce Sean every day, nicknames, etc., who's a traitor, who's a faithful, one place where it feels good to be right is Prize Picks. It's our favorite place to DFS, and Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option cash out those winning before the game even finishes. You've been there before. It's a little bit of a
cash in
finishing too early.
Yes, yes, cashing too early.
Yes.
Oops. What's that?
That never happens.
Oh, gotcha.
It doesn't usually happen.
Okay. It does happen, though.
Happens to everybody.
Doesn't happen
Not every time.
most times. Is your fantasy season already over? My team is cooked. But with Prize Picks, I don't have to wait until next year's draft. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football every week, pick your favorite players, and win when they hit their projections every week. No draft required. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code WhatChaos to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WhatChaos to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup.
You know what I hate?
What's that?
Finishing too late.
Yeah. I got things to do. I hate
places to be.
I hate leaving my sunglasses at a gas station 3 states away and not being able to find my way back there because that gas station didn't have a map. And I don't know how to get back there. But guess what? I don't have to worry about that anymore. Not because gas stations are carrying maps, because they famously don't.
They're still out.
But if I leave my sunglasses at that gas station, I don't have to worry about it because I use Shady Rays, and Shady Rays has the best lost or broken replacement policy in all of eyewear. If you lose a pair of shades, if you break a pair of shades, do not sweat it. They have the best customer service and best replacement policy in all of sunglass land because you can replace them. No worries. They'll send them right to you. And then you say, cool, whoever found those at that gas station 3 states away, enjoy your pair of Shady Rays because I got mine back. I love Shady Rays. We love Shady Rays. Premium polarized sunglasses that won't break the bank. Been rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
A lot of people.
What?
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. So
What
you're
kind
gonna
of people, Pete?
any kind of people.
All right.
All kinds of people. They got so many styles, different kinds of colors. They'll match your favorite team, match your favorite party, match your favorite.
Then they became black glasses.
We love Shady Rays. Can't say enough good things about them. So take our word for it. Or just go look at 300,000 reviews.
Don't take our word for it. Just go buy the fucking glasses.
Pete's about at his limit.
Yeah, that's right. If you don't want to take our word for it, go look at the 300,000 reviews. Look at all of them. Look at every single one of them.
Gosh darn one.
And then tell me you're not convinced and bring reasons to me why you're not convinced. Because I think 300,000 people are going to say, what the fuck more do you need?
Yeah.
They love when we swear in their reads.
Read all 300,000. Pick your favorite 100,000, and if as you're about to get your Shady Rays, you get doubts. Just remember, you still have those top 100,000 reviews. You can skim to shake off those cold feet.
If you want to go up against 300,000 people, that's a fight.
400,000 if you read 100,000 of them in extra time to give you more confidence.
If you want to go up against 300,000 people and fight 100,000 of them twice, then that's your choice, pal. You spend your time however you want. But I think you should spend your time by going to shadyrays.com and looking at our exclusive offer.
I'm pretty sure Shady Rays sells blue light glasses, which you'll need for all of that time we're spending reading comments.
300,000 reviews, 400,000 if you fudge the numbers.
Go to shadyrays.com and use code AC35 for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people, perhaps 400,000, depending on how many times you want to read them.
And they have prescription lenses. So if prior you weren't able to read because you couldn't see.
So if you go cross-eyed while reading 300,000
you can
reviews,
get your new prescription, or you can get a prescription to begin with so you can read however many reviews, whether it be 300,000, 400,000.
That's where the lost or broken replacement policy comes in handy, because you get a pair of glasses, you read 300,000 reviews to really reinforce your purchase. You go cross-eyed, you can't see out of those glasses anymore. You have to refund them and get a pair back that have prescription lenses because now you can't fucking see. Shady Rays has you covered.
They also sell snow goggles, so if you're trying to read the comments on a ski lift, perhaps, you're fucking ready. Shirts too.
The biggest part what Pete's
you
trying to
get
say,
buried in an avalanche. You got some time to kill before you get rescued. Use those ski goggles to read 300,000 reviews.
400,000. Well, 300,000 and 100,000 of them a second time.
Correct.
What's most important when purchasing something is your confidence in the reviews and how many there are, and getting that final push across the finish line. So we're talking 400,000 total readings. How many initial reviews there are doesn't matter, but it is 300,000.
I feel like Shady Rays at this point has to just be kind of they're being humble, because it's been 300,000 for a while. We've been
doing these reads for a while.
They got 500 million.
I feel like they could update the read.
Yes, but they're being humble.
Right. We have a pretty big break coming up from this show to the next one. I might spend my entire next 4 to 5 days making new Google accounts and giving 5-star reviews to Shady Rays just to see how high we can get those numbers. Like, if you're listening,
we're gonna get a message next week from Shady Rays being like, we got to update the copy. We just got a fuck ton of reviews.
Yeah, if you're listening to the show, please go give Shady Rays 5 stars. Even if you don't own a pair of Shady Rays, who cares? 5 stars, give them an unbelievable review, and we'll come back on Monday and see where we stand.
Just make the review trying to be the 400,000.
Oh, that would be amazing. We should get fucking Shady Rays Review Club merch. It won't be sunglasses.
I gave Shady Rays 5 stars.
Fucking Shady Rays Review Club jackets would go so fucking hard.
Shady Rays Review Club.
Shady Rays, I don't know what that is. Path to 400,000 club. Let's fucking do it.
And you empty the bench when you get to 4. Shady Rays is going to empty the bench when they get to 400,000. Yeah. They're going to throw sunglasses out the window when they get to 400,000 reviews. So do we have to give a promo code or anything?
Oh, I did.
Is there any information that actually needed to go? Okay, AC35.
Best ad read since Juneteenth.
Dude, very unbelievable stuff. I hate when the ad read is the best part of the show, but sometimes it happens.
Something's got to be the best part of the show. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's this conversation with Chef Reactions. Enjoy. Let's bring on a guest who has over 2.1 million followers on Instagram, and I don't look at TikTok, but I'm assuming 600 billion followers on TikTok. Chef Reactions. How are you, Chef?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you? That picture.
Amazing.
The 2 thumbs up guy picture. I appreciate you guys getting that for me. I couldn't think of what to do. They're like, do something. I'm like, I'll just be 2 thumbs up guy.
The weirdest part about this conversation already is I can see space behind you, and it's like a normal shot that you have. I am so used to seeing your face pressed up against the camera and hearing you. Yeah, if you could tell us how stupid we look as we're talking, this will be exactly what your videos are.
You call this hosting a show?
Yeah, can you tell us to yead it up? You got somewhere to be, please?
I'm not a dominatrix for hire. Try to get your fucking kinks out on me. Next you're gonna be like, Chef, can you spit on us quick and just call us idiots?
Honestly,
please.
We should have we should have put some of the pre-made cut garlic, or as you call it, jarlic, on the set to see if that would have yielded all right, so of course they're starting with fucking jarlic. You hate jarlic.
I do. I'm not a fan. It sucks. It's kind of become a bit at this point. If you want to use that shit, go ahead. It's fine, whatever. But it's not good. It just objectively is not good.
We had a 10, 15-minute discussion on yesterday's episode about Pop-Tarts versus toaster strudels. Sure. Where do you stand on that kind of debate?
That's tough. That's really tough. I did not realize this was going to be a hard hitting Q&A session. I'm going with toaster strudels, dude. They have a little bit of flakiness to them versus if we're talking Pop-Tarts from 20 years ago versus Pop-Tarts today, that's a totally different story. And there's a difference between Pop-Tarts do not taste the same as they used to. Everything.
Oh shit.
Shrinkflation is real. Gather around, youngins. Let me tell you a story about how things used to. How old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
34.
I'm 37. Right. I'm going to die soon.
I'm 42, so I got 1 foot in the fucking grave as it is. So you're not that much younger than me. But I do recall when I was younger, when I was a kid, really, Pop-Tarts they just tasted better. which isn't to say that they were great off the hop, but they tasted better than they do now. Having said that, a toaster strudel is a superior. You can control your own icing. You can control your own icing levels. You can get crazy with the designs if you're into that kind of shit. The fillings molten lava, and actually like liquid molten lava versus the filling in a Pop Tart, which is more like it's more sedentary, right? Like it's not moving around that much. Versus toaster strudel, you bite into that fucker, next thing you know, it's a crime scene. You've got lava all over. You got burnt chin. Your chest is all fucked up.
It's a
Assuming you're not
breakfast
wearing
hot pocket.
Yeah, 100%. That's perfect.
But isn't anything worth burning your tongue on? Like if there's a risk of burning your tongue, I feel like typically it's something amazing, because why the fuck else would you take the risk? Like we're talking pizza, we're talking things that you're putting in the toaster.
We just mentioned Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets are like unequivocally not amazing or like worth it.
Hot Pockets though fall into the, and I apologize if you have any sponsorships with any of these places, but like Hot Pockets fall into the kind of Subway category for me, where I've never had a Subway sandwich and been like, fuck, this is terrible, because the only time I'm willing to eat Subway is when I'm so hungry and I've been on such so like typically that's when I'm having a Hot Pocket, and I'm risking burning my tongue.
No, you're not wrong. Like you don't go into Subway with high hopes, right? And like you go in there knowing like fuck, like this is the worst Wednesday I've had in a while. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get a turkey sub from Subway. Like out of all the options that you have, you decide to go into Subway. Why? Because at that moment in time, you fucking hate yourself.
I'm not saying that these two places are on the same level, but we always have the conversation about like when you want pizza, you don't order Domino's. You order Domino's when you want Domino's. Like they exist in two different worlds. Where I think that's the same thing with Subway. It's like you're not getting Subway because you want a sub. You're getting Subway either because you're desperate or because you want fucking Subway.
Or it's there. You know what I mean? You're like it's purely proximity based. And while we're here, guys, have you seen these the vending machines at airports that have Subway in them, like already pre-done sandwiches with Subway in them?
No,
I've always wondered, how can we take Subway and make it shittier?
Yeah,
I've always wondered that. I'm glad they accomplished
Make
it
further removed from being a real authentic sandwich.
Yeah,
they're gonna bring back Jared Fogle next.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
That's the next.
Did you try this sandwich?
Fuck no. Look. I may have a little self-respect, but it's not no self. You know what I mean? Like it's there. There's not a lot, but it's definitely there. I draw a line somewhere, and the line is firmly at airport vending machine Subway sandwiches.
Okay, well, we will talk hockey at some point, but I need to say one of my favorite things about you, and probably everybody's favorite thing about you, is you are for sure a hater, but you never come off as a food snob. Like you're willing to talk about Pop-Tarts, which is fucking cool. When you started this thing, I'm sure you didn't think you'd have a bajillion followers, but were you like, I can come off maybe at points, it's okay if I come off as an asshole from time to time, but like I can't come off as I know more than you guys, so fucking listen to me.
Yeah, I mean, I refer you to Team America World Police, the argument of dicks versus assholes. I'm not an asshole. I'm more of a dick. You know what I mean? And I'm a good-hearted dick in the sense that like I don't really hate things for the sake of hating things. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. And for the most part, it's usually the recipes where people are like purposely making bullshit to piss people off. Or also, I've been told it's hand porn too, so that's another reason. Yeah, it's
hand
rage bait.
Porn?
It's rage bait and it's bait. So it's two different things. Yeah,
I did know that there's a very strong hand movement, like hand fetish movement. I saw that covered by I want to say like GQ or something last week. Which is, I mean, I didn't know that people were watching fucking cooking videos for hand porn. It's news to me.
Yeah. I've look, if you can think of somebody jerking off to somebody's already done it.
It's probably true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, wow, somebody would jerk. Yes, the answer is yes. To bring it back though, like fuck, I got derailed there for a second because we were talking about jerking off on a hockey podcast.
You've never listened
Welcome
to our
the
show, have
brother.
you? Yeah, like that's.
Oh, I've only seen the clips. I've only seen the clips.
I
Is
mean,
there a lot of
this is probably going to be one of them.
And then that's how people consume them. We put out the clips, and then
Sure. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Food snob. I'm not a food snob. I never was a food snob. I've worked in restaurants. I never worked in fine dining restaurants. I just tried to be the best chef that I could be in any given situation that I was in. But I never worked fine dining. And like my favorite food is legitimately a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like I've been to French Laundry. Luckily, I've been to Alinea in Chicago. I've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of Michelin restaurants, and I love going there, and I love admiring that lane of the restaurant life. But dude, I'll take a pizza or a cheeseburger any day of the week. Like I might get one
100%.
tonight.
you went to Little Caesars Arena? They have a very good chicken finger situation. What did you get into eating wise while you were there?
I had a little bit of everything. I've got a video coming out probably tomorrow about my experience there. But they've got incredible food at Little Caesars, dude. Like arena food has come such a long way. Like back in the day, it was like shitty hot cocoa and maybe fries with like the little wooden fork. Like the little wooden fork thing that you would get. And obviously glizzies on the roller, those were always a thing. But like it's come such a long way. Like I had a pasta dish, handmade pasta, a ravioli, a braised short rib ravioli, that's handmade with like pickled blackberries and shit. It was delicious. But like at a hockey game. You know what I mean? Like this is where we're at in 2025. It's really incredible. And so far, like Little Caesars Arena, I will say this, and maybe I'm biased, but I'm not really. I tend to kind of just call it as I see it. It's been really the best arena food that I've had, and I don't like to say the best. Maybe I should just say my favorite because the best is subjective. So it's been my favorite arena food that I've ever had.
I mean, we went there for the first time last year and just highest marks across the board. We went to a couple of games, right? We went to a Pistons game and we went to a Red Wings game, and across the board, A, the place rocks, but B, the food situation, amazing.
I would just say it is the best arena in hockey. It is so nice,
Really?
so functional, spacious, comfortable. Everything is just high marks. I did want to ask you, like, where do you draw the line in terms of concessions at sporting events? Because we've had this discussion. At a certain point, I feel like it's too much. Like there's too much variety. When I go to Fenway Park, they've diversified their concession selection so much that's a fucking battle to get a hot dog at Fenway. And I don't want that. Like, I'm not going to Fenway to eat fucking pasta or whatever it is. Sure. I do think there should be options for people, but there doesn't have to be something for everyone.
I mean, you're talking to a guy who spent 28 years in the hospitality business. So like my number one job was make sure everybody goes home happy, right? So how do you do that? You give them options. You make sure that there is something for everybody. But I get what you're saying. I don't think we should ever stray too far away from the classics. I think there should always be a plain hot dog and nachos and the plastic cheese available, a good burger, popcorn, peanuts, things like that. That should always be available. That should be available. There should be an entry point for everybody to go see a game and enjoy a game without having to go and spend a bunch of money on food or not, or getting things that they don't want to get or the things that they don't want to try. The adventure, the way that people are adventurous nowadays is kind of driving what people are doing in the arenas, right? So 20 years ago, the demand wasn't there for any of this extra stuff, but there is obviously demand for it. That's why these arena chefs are doing it, and it's a good opportunity for the arena chefs to be popular. Like sometimes I know they do things knowing that they may only sell 20, right? But it's a chance for them to kind of be chefs again. Some of them came from restaurants, and maybe some of them came from fine dining, and now they're working in an arena, which is a different atmosphere. But they still want to flex those creative muscles, and it gives them an opportunity to do that.
How do you feel about souvenir cups and things of that nature? Because I love them, and I feel that they are becoming oddly a dying breed. Now, I walk into not every arena is giving you a souvenir cup anymore, and I hate that. Maybe it's to save the environment, and fine. I almost did a wanking gesture. I want to save the environment, but
At what cost?
If that's your reason, then fine. But I need an announcement saying this is why. Don't just do it out of laziness.
Yeah, I love souvenir everything. Like I a little backstory about me quickly, and if I start rambling, tell me to shut the fuck up, please. But like I wasn't into sports for my entire adult life. I was too busy working in restaurants. Like I didn't have the brain frequency for it, and also like my 20s and 30s, like I was battling like addiction and you know mental health stuff and health issues in my family. Lost my mom to cancer, lost my stepmom, all these things, and like I just didn't have the brain capacity for it. And then this year, January 1st, I quit smoking cigarettes only. I quit smoking cigarettes, and then like I got addicted to collecting comic books, then collecting cards. Then from collecting cards, it trickled to watching basketball. I'm a Timberwolves fan. Then I got obsessed with baseball, Tigers fan, and then hockey, Red Wings fan, football, Bills fan. But before that, like I didn't have anything. So any collectible shit I can get my hands on, I'm obsessed with it. Like I cannot get enough of it. I got this gravy boat. I got this gravy boat when I was
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, look at that. That's awesome, huh? I love it. I love everything. I bought myself I bought this puck autographed by Chris Chelios. Look at that. Isn't that dope?
Right on.
I love stuff like that. It's just I can't get enough of it. And souvenir cups, got way too many. I get them when I go to the movies. I got a Fantastic Four one for some reason. You know what I mean? Like I love that shit. I'm 42 years old. I come from the time where of McDonald's souvenir cups and the heydays of the movie theater souvenir cups. So I'm all about it.
I feel like as an adult, the older I get, the more I'm trying to feel like I'm a child. So like when you describe all these things and like your journey into sports fandom, it makes me so fucking excited because like I can feel the excitement that you must feel getting into these new things and getting super excited about them. So that's why it's been very, very cool to watch, like just via your Instagram stories, you getting into all these different sports. Can you talk about like just a little bit about how you decided on sports and how you chose the teams that you chose? Because you've kind of done it for every league.
Yeah, like I said, the I think I have addictive. Well, I know I have an addictive personality. 42 years on this planet has showed me that. So when I got rid of the cigarettes, I was just looking for something, and then that became collecting, and then like the collecting of the comics, and then cards, and then the basketball cards led me to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The reason why I picked the Minnesota Timberwolves is I love the Twin Cities of Minnesota, Minneapolis, and St. Paul. I went to the State Fair last year, and I had a fantastic time. And it's one of those places where I feel like it's underrepresented. You know, they call them the small market teams. But in basketball, not to talk too much about basketball in a hockey podcast, but like the small markets now got Anthony Edwards, and like it's really coming up. So I was fortunate enough to go out to a playoff game last year. Shout out Jordan and Craig, my guys in Minnesota that hooked that up. So that's why I picked the Timberwolves because I love Minneapolis. And then I got into baseball. I picked the Detroit Tigers for a couple of reasons. One, a tiger reminds me of my mom who passed away. She always called me Tiger. And one time, remember Tiger King, Joe Exotic?
Oh yeah.
So you know they did the tours back in the 80s where they would like take the fucking tigers to the mall and like you can get your picture taken with a tiger sitting across your lap. Well, my mother, may she rest in peace, thought it was a great idea to have a fucking tiger lay across my lap when I was like 6, 7 years old and have a picture taken with it at the local
Things were different
shopping
back
mall.
then.
It was simpler times. So that always reminded me of that. And then so also one of the best nights of my life, one of the most fun nights of my life happened in Detroit. It was during SummerSlam a couple years ago. I got a chance to help out Jey Uso in the main event. It was a trip. I was sitting like right behind the commentators, and I got to help Jey Uso up onto the barrier to do a frog splash. And also to me, Detroit, and this is kind of leads into why I picked the Red Wings. Detroit is a city that got a second chance. I don't know if you guys have been to Detroit recently.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
Awesome.
Yes.
When was the last time you were there? Like prior to recently? Like, have you been there? Would you were there back in the day where you could see like the transformation?
I was there in 2015, maybe
So you would have
2014.
seen.
Yeah, and then I don't think I'd been back until last year, which would have been 2024.
I had never been, but like based off of the things that I heard about Detroit and even hearing that like it was coming back, I did not expect to have as much fun and enjoy it as much as I did last year. And we had a great time.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal city, and I can't say that enough about Detroit, about the people of Detroit. It's just it's a gritty town. You know what I mean? It's a blue
Mhm.
collar town. It's a hardworking town. It's I got a second chance by getting a chance to do these TikTok videos for a living, as I do now. I'm able to take care of my grandma. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I get to run my fucking stupid mouth off, and for whatever reason, people like listening to it. So that resonated with me, the renaissance that Detroit is having, and just my experiences there. So I figured, fuck, if I'm already going to be going there for the next 25 years, knock on wood, to go watch Tigers games in the summertime, I might as well go in the wintertime and watch Red Wings games as well.
And the atmosphere at a Red Wings game is
Incredible.
awesome. Like we've had a couple of Red Wings players on the show, and the conversation kept going to like, fuck, will you guys make the playoffs? Because if it's this crazy when you're chasing it,
Yeah.
the atmosphere and like kind of bringing back all of the good feelings of Joe Louis Arena back in the day, like inserting that into now with the young players that they have a lot of fun players, like will be amazing. But you just in a regular season game, like you saw it, right? Like you caught that energy.
Dude, I was there for the 5-0 loss against the Islanders, and then the comeback win against the Blue Jackets on Saturday. So like literally opposite ends of the spectrum. And even in the 5-0 loss, it was still fun. You know what I mean? Like even the people around, they're still cracking jokes and laughing, and it sucked. Don't get me wrong. Like getting spanked 5-0 fucking sucks. But at the same time, the atmosphere, like you guys said, was incredible. The arena, just the lights and the way the arena set up, and I don't think there's a bad seat in that arena. That was awesome. And then like the comeback and the overtime win was, I'll never forget it. I will never forget that.
Do you have a favorite player yet?
Larkin, yeah, Larkin's my dude. I like DeBrincat as well.
We've had him on the show. He's awesome. He's just a
Is he?
great dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sater as well. I just so being a 42-year-old that's just getting back into sports. Like I don't gamble. I don't have any of like the I don't have any of the toxic sports traits, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? Like I don't hate other fans. I don't hate other cities as a result. Like I watch sports and understand that it's two groups of professionals going at each other on any given night. Anything could happen. Like, sometimes the team wins, sometimes the team loses. I just like watching people do elite shit at elite levels. Like that's kind of why I like watching sports.
Yes, they're
100%.
all fucking good at it. They're all
Yeah,
trying their hardest, which we talk about a lot of like how people translate what they're seeing in sports into their brain. And I always bring up that like the easiest thing to do is try to relate to the athletes by saying like when they fuck up, it's because they just fucking blew it and they suck and they didn't know what they were doing and they weren't ready enough. When it's like, that's not what it is, man. Like they are just doing something that we can't do. And everyone hopefully has their thing that they are so good at and better than a lot of people and they wouldn't understand it. Like, I think that it's very healthy to remind yourself, like, we're not like them as far as that goes.
Yeah, dude.
And
100%.
that makes it a lot easier to avoid the like, fuck these guys, fuck that team, this team's dirty, whatever. Like, they're all just really good, man.
So here's my way of looking at it. I was a chef. I worked in restaurants for a long time. My thing is I was really good at running restaurants, right? Like I'm better than the average person at running a restaurant, obviously. Otherwise, I'm not a chef. Problem is, everybody's a fucking foodie nowadays, right? So they are in essence armchair quarterbacks for the kitchen. So if that's the type of shit that I'm dealing with, because somebody at home, Joe Blow, knows how to make a burger at home and thinks that it's better than what he can get for $20 at a restaurant, not understanding food costs and blah 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 blah. What do you think these athletes are dealing with? You know what I mean? Like they got to hear from fucking guys who couldn't hit anything but a vape to talking shit every single day. Meanwhile, they're like the elite cream of the crop, best at what they do, literally professional athletes. Like that's how I look at it personally. So like I can totally empathize with them from that standpoint. It's got to suck, man. Like I can only imagine. I see interviews where players are like, I get death threats, and I get fucking death threats for talking about food on the internet. I can only
That's
imagine
crazy.
what somebody gets when they've like blown their some loser's parlay who bet his fucking mortgage on something because he missed a wide open net. Shit happens.
Big Jarlick coming after you? You're getting death threats?
Yeah, fucking come after me, Jarlick.
Kind of weight they throwing around out there. Have you experienced like the negative toxicity of fandom at all? Like I'm sure you have so many followers. There has to be a few bad apples in there.
For sure. Yeah, like when I was doing the whole baseball thing, people are like, why should we give a fuck? I'm like, you shouldn't. I'm a content creator. I make content. You can either watch it or you don't. You know what I mean? I didn't make this video for you. I made it for me. And then like when the Tigers were kind of going through a little bit of a slump, people are like, oh, it's because of you. And I was like, oh, you're an idiot. That's not how sports work. It's why would me becoming a fan of a team for like totally legitimate and genuine reasons? It's not like I was like, well, people think because the Tigers were in first place at the All-Star game that was the reason why I picked them, which is like just because other people think in ones and zeros doesn't mean I do. You know what I mean? Like there's a depth to my decision making that I don't really have to justify to other people. But yeah, I've seen the shitty part of it for sure. It is what it is. It's the internet, right?
Yeah. It would not be a sports show in November if we did not break down Thanksgiving foods. And usually that's like a super like hack move. But I have wanted to talk to you about certain Thanksgiving items, mainly stovetop stuffing. I do not eat any stuffing that isn't stovetop. I think that when people make a big to-do of like this one has sausage and chestnuts or whatever, I'm like, it's a fucking waste of time. Stovetop's going to hit better. How do you feel about the kind of cheap, low-level options for Thanksgiving?
I fuck with them both. Like I always think life is about balance. You know what I mean? Like I think there's a place for McDonald's as much as there is for Michelin stars. So like I think the same could be said for stuffing. It's all a matter of like, to me, Thanksgiving and cooking in general has always been about making other people happy. Like I didn't become a chef because I wanted to fucking stroke my own ego and like show people how great of a cook I was. I became a chef because that was how I made other people happy. And like I've always been a people pleaser, whether it's trying to make people laugh. I was always a class clown or like busting balls with my friends or whatever, or being a chef. So if my crowd wants the fancy stuffing, they get the fancy stuffing. If my crowd wants the stovetop, they can get the stovetop. Me, as long as I'm not cooking it, I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I mean? If I show up as a guest, people think, oh, you must be hell to cook for. If I'm a guest, if I'm an invited guest, I'm the best guest you'll ever have. I will just say thank you, eat it with a smile, and say nothing.
If you're hosting, like, what are there any no-goes for you, or just like, what do you see in terms of Thanksgiving behavior that you're like, I don't know about that?
You don't need to fuck with the classics in Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to start experimenting. We don't need to we don't need to like start infusing the cranberry sauces and trying like, oh, I've got this new side that no one's ever heard of. It's got couscous. We don't need that. We don't need that today. You know what I mean?
That is probably the best answer, because there's nothing worse than showing up to like a family gathering. You're like, what the fuck is this bullshit experiment that my aunt tried?
Oh yeah,
there's been a few of those instances, and the fact that I remember them as an adult, it shows how badly my aunt fucked up.
A recent year, I'm not throwing my dad under the bus here, but a recent year, we sat down at Thanksgiving, and I was like, are there no rolls? And my dad was like, there are so many sides and things that have going on that I was like, I just won't do. I won't have rolls this year because there's going to be so much shit on the table. Who's going to end up having rolls? That is a consequence of too many new things and people bringing in different things. Like, I completely agree. Don't add things. Also, don't take away rolls, psycho dad. But like,
I love Middle Eastern cuisine. I love Middle Eastern flavor profiles. I love a carrot that has like a nice Middle Eastern spice to it. Not on Thanksgiving, I
Yes.
don't, because I need it to play with everything else on the plate. You know what I mean? Like I need everything else to kind of like I call it my Blink 182 cover band, all the brown foods. It's just I just need all these things to just work together when I'm making the that one perfect forkful of turkey, gravy, potato, stuffing, maybe a fucking Brussels sprout if I'm feeling squirrely at the end of it. You know what I mean? To cap it all off. That's what I need for Thanksgiving. I need classic. I need nostalgia. I need that dopamine from any other day. Flex. Show me what
Right.
you got. You know what I mean? But Christmas, Thanksgiving, if it ain't broke, don't
That
fix it.
that is a good point because like those two holidays in particular, like those are team sport holidays. You
Yeah,
have to have the team work together because
100%.
there's no other meal where so much shit gets thrown on the same plate and has to mingle with one another.
Especially, I think if it's a potluck too, right? Like everybody's on board, right? Like let's put this into hockey terms, right? We got everybody on board. Everybody's forechecking. Everybody's got the plan, right? And then we got Jonesy in the back dragging ass, bringing the fucking bringing the carrots that nobody asked for. You know what I mean? The carrots with fucking za'atar, which I love. I love it, but we don't need it. We don't need it for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like, stick to the game plan. Watch the tape. You know what I mean? Pay attention when coach is talking before the game. Don't fucking zone out. Don't just sit there taping up your fucking stick. Listen.
It's so funny that you say that though about carrots because that is the one food that if I look at a menu and there's something going on with a carrot or that like in the appetizers it's just like carrots, I always fucking get it because I'm like, what are you
100%.
doing to carrots
Yeah,
that
dude.
you have listed carrots on your menu? And I fucking love it. Like it's one of my favorite dishes. And yes, when you get any of the like Middle Eastern type of like spices or anything,
They're awesome.
it's. Do you ever eat Armenian food?
Love it. Love it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love everything, dude. I love food in general. That's why I got into doing what I do. I love it. Lebanese food. I love it.
So
Listen, I've seen enough of your videos that I know you don't love all
you
food.
don't love all food.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But even
But
then, I say I would eat it. Like the bullshit, I would
yeah,
try it.
I think though that when I'm watching that, I don't get the sense you don't love that food. I get the sense you don't love what that person's doing.
Doing to food,
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like
doing through food. Yeah.
knock it off, you fucking you disaster, you terrorist. You know?
Yeah, it's not that I don't love the food. It's that I don't love myself. That's
That you
the
know you're
underlying.
like don't make that and make me eat it because I'm afraid of.
Because I will. Because I will.
Yes.
No, even worse.
So if it's not Thanksgiving, if it's a random Wednesday and someone
Mhm.
says chef reactions, flex on me. What are you making?
Fuck, flex on me. My thing always is like, what's your favorite thing to cook? What's your favorite thing to eat? Again, kind of tying back to what
Ah,
I said earlier, right? Like, I can cook anything. No offense. Like, I'm not trying to flex. That's a flex. I can cook anything you want. That's the flex. What do you want? What would make you the most happy right now? I will go out and I will make that for you because that to me is why I became a chef.
couscous Thanksgiving dish.
Oh, we're on, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. Extra chunky.
Yeah, just some random thing that nobody asked for on Thanksgiving with
Yeah.
marshmallows in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a Polish sauerkraut bread pudding
I'll probably do it.
that nobody
How do
asked
you?
for.
I feel like you've like kind of answered this with one of your earlier answers, but like,
Sure.
how do you feel about the like the rise of chef culture, mainly due to the bear?
I mean, if I had a nickel for every time somebody asked me about the bear, I would be a rich man. I'd be a very rich man. I don't mind it. Like it is what it is. It's nice to have a moment for the trades. You know, I feel like that moment's gonna be coming back for other trades once AI fucking wipes everything else out. But like, I think it's nice. It's nice to be recognized. I think there's people need to understand that the bear is definitely a caricature, and not all not all chefs are like that. Not all restaurants are like that. You know, there's definite levels I think for me, like I said, I never worked super fine dining. I never worked Michelin. I never won any James Beard Awards or anything like that. So I like seeing that side of it, but with the asterisks of, hey, it's still a TV show, right? Like it's still not quite super accurate. Also, like I don't really watch cooking shows, right? Like I always say, like yeah, I doubt janitors go home and watch Master Janitor. Like it's just not something that's ever really interested me. Like it's not cooking competition shows specifically because I know a lot of them are fucking manufactured drama, so I don't really get into it.
What did you think of the menu?
I liked it. Yeah, it was a fun movie. It was fun. I could see, they're kind of poking at a certain style of chef. Those chefs are the old generation of chefs. I always say like, fuck, I'm full of like fucking cliches, dude. So watch your step because I'm dropping a bunch of them. But like generation of chefs are kind of like generations of our dads. Like I know my grandpa was a fucking dick to my dad, and my dad was like slightly less of a dick to me. I don't have children, but if I did, I would be 100% way less of a dick than I got when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the trickle down effect of chefs as well. Like I came up under the chefs that are like Gordon Ramsay that are screaming and fucking throwing frying pans and shit
Charlie
like that.
Trotter.
Yeah. Like, and I'm not like that at all. Like, I think I've raised my voice like maybe once or twice total in my career. Like, I'm not, I was more, as you can probably tell by my content, I'm into shaming people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more
That
of the
hurts
like
so much more.
holding up the bag of chips to the dog that just went through it, like just making them kind of like look at the ground in shame. But yeah, I I forget what we're talking about. Fucking
So
zoned out.
wait, so when you're at a game, are you like yelling and are you booing, or are you just
Yeah, oh,
kind of
yeah.
like
Yeah,
talking to
dude.
yourself, being like this fucking guy?
No, I like to be part of it. I like to be part of the whole experience. I think that's one of the things that I like about sports so much too, is the community and just like looking around and seeing everybody else wearing the same jersey as you and seeing like the sea of red at the Red Wings games. And it's cool, man. So like I get into it. I get into it for sure. Like I was at a
And Chef
playoffs
React,
game and oh sorry. I was at
yes.
a
No,
playoffs game for the
I
Tigers and I was screaming my fucking lungs out. Sorry, I cut you off. My bad.
unbelievable.
You're getting me out of
No,
here.
well, it sucks
Get this fucking
because
guy out of here.
I was going to rap and then I feel bad that I was like, oh no, I was going to say this is done.
Get out.
No, I mean, we will have you back. Absolutely. I feel bad how much time we took from you. We probably went like a half hour with you, but we could talk to you about anything for
Dude,
much longer than that.
it's been a blast. It's been a blast. Wish we talked a little bit more about hockey, but I enjoyed it a lot. Cut this down, edit it, please, because I fucking rambled, dude.
No,
No, it was great. It was great. I enjoyed all of it. And if you ever want to come back to talk about hockey as you get deeper into the fandom, literally anytime.
And we'll go to a game with you if you'll have us. We'll either come to Detroit if you want to meet up there, or if you're ever in Boston, and we will.
I've never been to Boston. I would love to come to Boston, and if you guys want to go to a game, 100%, that would be awesome. I've always wanted to come out to Boston and catch a game. That would be sick.
Come to Boston. Have you ever been to Portland, Maine?
Never.
Dude,
Dude,
Portland, Maine is
never
one of the
traveled
best.
anywhere. I worked for 20 some odd years, like just nose to the grindstone, fucking dark in the morning, dark at night. Like I was working 80 hours a week minimum. I would love to come and check out Portland, Maine. I'd love to come and check out a game at Boston as well. That would be awesome.
Dude, come to Boston. We'll take you to Portland. It is one of the best food cities on the East Coast. It is
Done.
Unbelievable. Please do that. It would make my life.
Dude, I don't say things for the sake of saying them. It's happening. Done. We'll talk.
This is the best.
Fuck yeah. Well, have an amazing Thanksgiving. We love your stuff so much. It's very cool that you did this.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Chef Reactions, fantastic. Make sure you are following him on Instagram. He will for sure notice that his followers have gone up because of us.
Definitely.
Put a big dent in his followers. He's
taking it from 3,700,000, and if you count 100,000 of those followers twice,
Ooh.
it's 3.8.
Exactly. If you're not confident in Chef Reactions as a social media account, just consider his 2 million Instagram followers a second time. And if you want to, if you want to fight 2.2 million people and 2 million of them and 1 million of them twice, that's on you. You're going to go down every time.
If you're here, and this is your first episode of What Chaos, and you're listening as one of Chef Reaction's army.
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
please go
one of the many
shadyrace.com.
One of the many Tate McRae fans that are being like, these guys love gay hockey, and then it's us talking about glasses for 20 minutes.
That's the best part. There was a bunch of stuff floating around last week of people who found out about What Chaos through us talking about
last 24 hours has been stuff floating around.
Yeah. And Pete and I have been doing stuff together for long enough that we know the experience of like, oh, this person is going to absolutely love us until they don't. And that's great. Like we love our time with everybody, long or short, but like, yeah, wait until this person is not signing up. If you're a new listener or whatever, and you find us because you're like, hey, they're talking about popcorn Zambonis. I'm a big popcorn Zamboni head. Finally, a podcast for me. And then an hour in, Pete's talking about spraying deodorant on God knows what. And you're like, I thought I'd found my show, but guess this isn't it.
It's honestly like having an ex. When you see some of these people that like were obsessed with your show for like a year or two, and then you're like, oh yeah, you still exist, but you don't like interact with me, or you don't even follow me anymore. And you were like the biggest listener of our podcast for like 2 years. What happened? You're such a big part of my life.
But it's also like with an
everybody
ex
moves on.
Like, I don't hold it against you. I hope you're doing great.
Yeah.
That's how.
And I also don't say like, damn, what happened? I think of like, which one could it have been? What thing could it have been?
You'll never know.
Like there's so many, whether it's just like our topics no longer interest you, or one of us. I hope that we're not a mean podcast. I hope that we don't put people down. But if we made fun of a thing that you like or whatever, but
which insurrection was it?
Yeah,
yeah. I just like the idea that there's definitely been at least one person who's joined the show later on in the process, and it is like, man, they take Pete's racism way too casually for my liking.
I like that there are fine people on both sides.
Yes.
There are people that
said that many times.
Truly believe that I'm gay, and there are also people that truly believe that I am a racist who went to DC on January 6th.
Did you see there was something on social media about like, hey, these guys talk about heated rivalry and they're so genuinely excited for it, and they are like very excited to break it down, and they seem like good guys. Skip to this part. Just before it, they're talking about why they're not going to watch the Harry Potter show, but get to this part and they talk about heated rivalry. Do you remember why I said one of us was not going to watch the Harry Potter show?
It was a joke about me being upset that Hermione was going to be black.
I said that you were mad about the casting of Snape.
Which
obviously was a fucking joke, but that someone's like, these guys are good guys, and they hear when they don't know who we are, which I guess we shouldn't be making jokes that like someone might misunderstand, but maybe they got that it was a joke. But it's very funny to me where it's like they're breaking it down and they seem like really good guys. Once it gets past why one of them isn't going to be able to watch the Harry Potter show because they're so upset about the casting of Snape, you get to some really, really thoughtful discussion about heated rivalry. But hockey is for everyone. What Chaos, we hope, is for everyone. And the slate tonight is for pretty much everyone, isn't it, Sean?
All but two teams.
All but two teams. And the teams not playing will surprise you, right? Because Dallas is playing 2 nights in a row.
One of them, yeah. Edmonton gets off tonight. But
who else is off tonight?
The LA Kings don't play.
They're
don't
lazy
play
asses.
Tuesday or Wednesday, so they get a nice long break.
Oilers and Kings resting up for their first round matchup.
There you go.
The playoffs
Oilers
right
need to get
corner.
their ass in the playoff.
That's
picture.
true.
Predators at the Red Wings, 7 p.m. Eastern. You got the Flyers going to Florida in a one team's name kind of sounds like the other team's location.
I mean, this
Bowl?
is famously a Claude Giroux Bowl.
Claude Giroux Bowl, very good. You got the Bruins at the Islanders in a don't these teams play each other every game bowl? Last year that was the Islanders and the Flyers, correct?
Yes. Oh
So
my
it seemed
fucking
like
God.
every slate had the Islanders and the Flyers, and That at least kind of made sense because they're two teams in the same division.
Well, I mean, the reason that made so much sense is because we didn't watch a fucking lick of either one of those teams.
Right.
No, that's not true. We watched a bunch of Matvei Michkov.
I watched more Flyers last year than I thought I was going to watch.
That is true because you complained every time. You're like, this sucks.
Yeah, really bad time. The Jets, not this year though. They're more fun. You got the Jets at the Capitals at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Leafs at the Blue Jackets at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Sharks at the Avalanche that's at 9 p.m. and that is a
Brent Burns Bowl.
It's a Brent Burns Bowl. I'm also reading the wrong side again, Sean. I keep fucking that up. Other 7 p.m. games include the Flames at the Lightning, the Blues at the Devils, the Sabres at the Penguins in a
Connor Timmins revenge game.
These teams are doing like the opposite of how you thought they would. Although it's kind of dumb to ever think that the Sabres would have been doing better. But
this is exactly what I thought the Sabres experience would be like.
You got the Rangers at the Hurricanes in a Keandre Miller revenge game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. You got on ESPN Plus, ESPN Plus, yes. That's good. NHL Network, I'm usually missing. But you got the Wild at the Blackhawks. That's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern in a Who's Going to Sign Kirill Kaprizov Bowl.
Oh, this is...
remember those?
A battle for the 2023-24 Calder Trophy.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Bedard versus Brock Faber.
It's
plus minus bowl.
It's also a Ryan Donato Bowl.
You
got the Canadians at the Utah Hockey Club, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's an Ian Cole Bowl, I believe.
That's an overtime bowl. That game is absolutely going to overtime.
Hold on.
What are you checking?
Never mind. I was going to be wrong. I was going to say Kyler Yamamoto Bowl, but...
Are you fucking kidding me? Ian Cole never played for the Canadians? There's a team for which Ian Cole didn't play? What in the absolute bloody hell? My mind is blown. Okay.
Ian Cole, by the way, tied for the most games played in Utah Mammoth history.
Is that right?
Yes. He's one of like 4 guys.
Very good. You've got the Ottawa Senators taking on the Vegas Golden Knights in a Mark Stone Bowl. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. You've got the Canucks at the Ducks in a team
Rhyming
ends
bowl,
with
yeah.
Ux Bowl. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then you've got the Dallas Stars on the second night of a back-to-back playing the Seattle Kraken. What do we give the tuck to? Would we say it's the Senators at Golden Knights? Would we say it's the Oops All Ux Bowl? Or would we say it's the Stars and the Kraken?
Mason Marshman revenge game.
Yes.
The Uck Bowl has the most tuck feel to me, personally.
Definitely.
It's a tax-free bowl also.
Oh, yes.
What?
Dallas.
Oh,
Seattle.
I thought you were talking about Vancouver and Anaheim. I'm like,
Definitely not.
Vancouver
tax-free, you
is
mean like not
all
the
taxes.
biggest taxes in North America?
I think that we should discuss. We
tax
should
bowl.
just say whether a game is tax-free, oops all taxes, or what would we say, like progressive,
Tax neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that the Canucks Ducks has most tuck potential. Canucks Ducks tuck.
Yeah.
Canucks Ducks gonna fuck or suck.
It brings me no pleasure to say this is not a good slate. It's very busy. It's a lot of.
I'm afraid you're right.
There's
like
no
good
protein
games.
on this plate. This is all sides.
Especially early.
Think
Blue Jackets Leafs I will watch. I will tell you that.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree, honestly. Like, I think that there's enough good versus good, bad versus bad, middle of the pack versus middle of the pack going on here that a lot of these games will be interesting.
But Sharks Avalanche I'll definitely watch, so I apologize.
I feel like in terms of my, not saying that the games individually can't be interesting, but in terms of my grading, even if the game is close and good or whatever, 2 bad teams is a bad game. Unless it's an interesting bad team. It could be I guess the Sharks are nearing a playoff spot, so it's hard for me to call them bad.
But if bad teams are playing, I want them playing other bad teams.
No, I disagree. I'd rather them play a good team, so at least there's something in that game.
He's saying that he wants them all to just be together away from the what he considers the good teams.
Yep.
Says it's fine. They can play games, but just...
Bruins Islanders? No, thank you.
Oh, no. Bruins Islanders... I never thought I would see the day, but
do you remember what happened last time that these two teams played?
Oh, of course.
Both times.
Nikita Zadorov tried to kill
Attempted
Matthew
murder.
Shaver and then went on Instagram.
Yes, of course.
And
And it's on the island.
Yes.
Oh, man. I swear to God, Islanders fans need to show the fuck out. You got to show the fuck out. You can't let Zadorov embarrass you like that.
And when they played the Islanders the first time, I think it at home. The game that they got smoked. Because that was like a rock ball. I think that might have been.
This is going to be at least the second game on the island. So.
Oh no, the Bruins won both. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm confusing that with the Ottawa game. Yeah. It was the next game they came back and they won. But both of these games have been quite busy, we'll say, and eventful. And as we give the slate an A-, I think we all agree that's an A-.
Yeah.
Let's continue to talk about this Bruins-Islanders game, and it'll be brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook, Sports Interaction, Ontario only. 19 plus, please play responsibly. Okay, the total for this game is 6 goals, and these teams have met twice. Both games have gone over 6 goals. One was a 5-2 Boston win, and one was a 4-3 Boston shootout victory. So if the past is any indication, this game will feature goals galore. Go over?
Yeah, I think so.
I like an over with a round number too, because you got the push potential there.
The only thing that would give me pause is the goaltending matchup. Because if it's Swayman versus Sorokin.
What if it is Ilya Sorokin?
Both guys going pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Interestingly, if you're worried about the goal totals, the 3-way money line, so what's the result at 60 minutes of regulation, plus 700 for a tie.
Oh.
To go to overtime, plus 700.
I like that.
I might just do that on like every game. Are we getting plus 700 for every? Should we just become the tie guys?
Well, let's give me another game from this slate.
Because that would be awesome.
If it's plus 700,
the tie guys, I do kind of like that.
If half the games, we'll say half the games, we'll bet for it to go to overtime, they're gonna end up
plus money like most nights, right?
We have to be,
especially this year when there's so much parity and the games are so close.
Yeah.
Well, like what game here? I guess do you think?
Montreal, Utah, I think would have very high overtime.
I think that's like minus 250 to go to overtime.
It is.
I do love being the tie guys.
Yeah,
I do.
Instead of the try guys, they've been canceled. We are the tie guys.
I don't know if they have that available quite. Oh yes, plus 333 for this one.
You kidding me? All right, we're doing that. We're doing
Bruins Islanders
to go to overtime.
Me, Toronto, Columbus,
Sharks.
Famously, that game
Colorado
has been crazy in the past.
Yeah.
Sharks, Colorado. I mean,
I don't know how we're only going to pick half.
That should not go to overtime.
The odds on that have to be insane, right?
What?
Sharks, Colorado.
I mean, that's the one to do then. It's crazy enough to work.
I guess. Respect to the Sharks. They've been much better than I've expected, but nobody has been even in the Colorado Avalanche's league this season.
Plus 425.
Bruins, that one
plus 425 for that one.
Oh, so this is crazy that Bruins Islanders is that high. Love this.
Plus 700.
Bye.
It, yeah.
Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction from puck drop to overtime. Bet with live odds on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/whatchaos to open an account. Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Last thing we have to say, forgot to mention it earlier in the show. On Tuesday, December 2nd at 6 p.m., we will do our Fanatics Premium Jersey Giveaway Stream. Sean and I have picked Pete's jersey. Pete and I have picked Sean's jersey. Sean and Pete have picked my jersey. You just have to guess who is getting what, and if you are right, you'll be entered to win the Fanatics Premium Jersey of your choice. It was so fun last year. Randy won a Gabriel Landeskog jersey, and we'll see who you could win. The form will be in the show description, and also we will tweet it. We'll post it on Instagram. Wherever you find our stuff, you should be able to find it. And if you can't find it, tweet at one of us. Say, where's that form? And we will send it to you. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a very, very wonderful U.S. Thanksgiving. Good luck to all of your teams on Wednesday. And most importantly, let's have a good heated rivalry season. We will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.